Onivia, League of Legends highlights.
Between the Leona and the Ashe, you have an immense amount of hard engage. Your follow-up is incredible from Fredit BRION. But this is a similar situation to what we saw in the first game, I think, where if you do fall... but Gwen's sticking power and escapability with the E is so high that you can actually get away with taking Ghost. Lava!
Yeah, that is a great chain that's going to connect as Pioshik's going to get his face broken. Takes a fair bit of damage from the turret, but that's okay. First blood goes over to the Lee Sin, and this is what we want.
Seen that combo, like, over the years.
Yeah.
Oh, this is cheesy. I love it.
Yeah, they are going to get in there. That's a lot of damage onto Jun, who immediately flashes, but it's not going to be enough. Taeyeon gets under the relative safety of his turret. Fantastic. Lands right on top of Pioshik, so they get all of that info. As Light moves forward, Taeyeon immediately cleanses to try and get himself out of the way as they are focused on the Kalista, but now able to get some free hits in as the Rend, I believe, is still there. Fate's Call comes on down as Taeyeon's going to have to flash to get out of the way of the Zenith play, but it's a great dredge line, and Henna will be destroyed. Taeyeon looking for more as Hoya trying to dash away, not going to be able to as Jet collects that kill as well. And DRX are finding everything all over the map.
Yeah.
But the LeBlanc moving towards a mid-game, feeling real good, is not going to make our Fredit BRION fans very happy. Okay, this could be an opportunity as in goes the arrow. Solar Flare connects onto Taeyeon, who's just not allowed to play League of Legends for a very large amount of time. Moonfall comes in. Cool guys don't look at explosions, and Jun is going to follow suit. Pioshik was thinking about instead just trying to get the Constellation blue buff, but that's not going to happen either. And now the coveted dragon should go over to Fredit BRION.
Fredit BRION staple as godlike engage there by the light.
Really beautiful.
Lava?
Yeah, he's could be dead, but this is what happens when you have the Haymaker, so that's good news, as he's just walking around. Some really weird stuff happens, and then Pioshik does manage to get the kill.
You know they're there. Lava. Not the greatest series of our Lord King tonight.
No.
Does have an extra assist, and there's a Darksteel with 4 stacks. Ooh, we'll get spotted there.
That's a max range hook. It's going to connect onto the Ashes immediately. Pioshik just says goodbye, but they do have the follow-up. Pioshik's going to be traded as there's the Fate's Call. Delight has a lot of sticks in him, but I think they're going to be okay as the Face Breaker is real good. Delight goes golden as well, but it's the Rend that's held on to. That's the two-man Naras. In goes King and finds the God engage. Pioshik continuing to be aggressive as well as Umpty fishes, looks for even more. Taeyeon's going to be able to kite this one out though, and DRX will in the end win out on the fight.
Bloodbath in the bot lane here for both of these teams.
Was that a 2 for 2? So maybe
in.
no one wins. Interesting.
I think it was a 3 for 2 in the end, because I'm pretty sure that...
And so therefore, that man advantage that you were talking about, not actually going to eventuate.
But Hoya isn't there, and you have a super fed Kalista that just hit her item spike, and your LeBlanc is fed, and Lee is really strong, so... I don't think you have to give us up at all.
Nope, but they do.
They do.
So...
they knew. The Wits End build again, I think into specifically LeBlanc, I wouldn't mind it. The survivability is nice. Does overload you a little bit of magic damage as charge comes through.
Yeah, he goes the Moonfall towards the backline. It's a lot of damage as Fredit BRION just pile into the backline. Pioshik now trying to get something done, but there's needlework going all the way across. To take it because they love dragons. Or they hate them. I'm not entirely sure. I guess they hate them. Because they've killed a lot of them. And that is going to be sole opportunity. Still on the bottom side. Charging up that Naba has the teleport available as Umpty is going to be able to find Taeyeon here, and he's pulled the trigger once again. Flashes forward from almost everyone as Taeyeon needs more cleanses than this. As Pioshik's going to get the kick onto Umpty, but he immediately goes golden. As now Fredit BRION getting into the backline. Lava with a massive face breaker is going to be able to take down the LeBlanc as Pioshik is now desperate to get out of this, but he's not going to be able to, and it looks like Fredit BRION might be able to transfer to a pretty comfy Baron.
How's Umpty alive? He lives somehow.
He is the Lord of Engage this game, and it's beautiful to see.
Everything gets used on Taeyeon there, and I can't even fault him for it. Like, that is exactly the reason why we hold Diana in such high regard. You get engaged on from what feels like the other end of the map. Nothing to be done there for them, as one of their most fed carries immediately gets one.
Umpty shrugs it off. stage of the game. Hoya gets towards the back of this pit as Arrow is going to connect onto Kingin. It's not going to be the Cloud Soul, but can they actually win out on the fight? Umpty doesn't exactly find the value he's looking for with his Moonfall, as Jun's going to be dead first. But can they get the rest of the fight? Hoya gets rendered. Taeyun now trying to run away. He's going the wrong direction. But it looks like Fredit BRION do not want to chase. They're a bit split as Delight over the wall here does have a blast cone that he can head towards. So they do manage to deny the Cloud Soul. They only lose Jun for it.
Big win. you give up Jun, but you get Drake.
20 till the Drake, as Fredit BRION should be able to just collect this inner turret. Do manage to do so. I like line those coffers a little bit more. It's only one. Yep. Oftentimes, not sure about Cloud Soul necessarily, but DRX not going to go for any sort of trade, and Fredit BRION should be able to burst this one down. They do so, and now they're looking for a potential fight. Delight not entirely sure where that Zenith Blade is going, but it's a good hook to come out from Jun. Double knock-up, as now Lava looking for his opportunity. Gets Kingin immediately out of the fight as he still has the phase breaker. Another great hook from Jun, but he might still die for it as Henna takes down Taeyun, and unfortunately it just seems like DRX don't have the damage to get anything done. Jet still has an opportunity. Some lower health bars here as Henna with his wit's end actually pretty capable as Gyoshin gets piled in on, gets the flash out, the safeguard's there, but he still gets chased down. Jet's still alive, Kingin's still alive, but so is everyone on Fredit BRION. And this is either Baron or breaking open the base if Fredit BRION want to.
And DRX, they're clinging onto this game as well as they can, but it's just not enough. That was an insane ultimate that came through from Lava. I hope we get a replay of that as this Baron is going to go down. There's no smite for Umpty though, maybe a Miracle Steed.
No, not this time around, as Lava is going to punch the piece of shellfish very, very aggressively, as we just saw.
You get to just 100 to 0 someone. You see the range issues that come into play with this composition. And their one big win condition, Kingin, does his very best.
Well, they're going to try and dive onto Lava here. He's very tanky with his Deadman's Plate. He just decides he wants to turn this one around. Haymaker's still available, as now just happy to tank up as much damage as you want. Taeyun's now in trouble again, and he's going to get obliterated, and Fredit BRION may just win the game off the back of this play.
They can't get anyone, and it is Fredit BRION that is gonna win it in the end here. A valiant effort from DRX, who keep looking better every single day, but as Umpty flashes the generic Greenwings logo, clearly Fredit BRION's superior team here today.
Yeah, they're just looking much better. I think the Nocturne ban was a stroke of genius for Fredit BRION here in game number 3. They grabbed themselves all of the dragons that they wanted, and they'll kill just the right amount of Nexuses to take down this series.
Again,